Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are once again drafting Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth today. Believe it or not, we've only got 7 or 8 drafts left of the entire format, but that's not to say we haven't drafted plenty. As you can see on the thumbnail of this video, we've already drafted 17, 18, 20 times, not including live streams. We draft a ton here at Daily Draft, that's what we do, so go ahead and keep on stopping by for more Lord of the Rings drafts. What do we got here in Pack 1 Pick 1 today, but an interesting one of Horn of Gondor. I'm wondering if that's better than something like Meneldor Pack 1 Pick 1. I love getting into blue this format. I mean, blue is just... It might be better than black, all things considered, in the fact that black is so overdrafted right now, it's impossible to get into. This pack is very bad. I think it's between Horn and Meneldor. I don't have experience with Horn. I know it has good stats on 17lands.com, but I'm going to go ahead and pass it here. And geez, do we now have a decision. So what did our opponent... not our opponent, our neighbor took an uncommon here. So they left Dunlin Crebain, Claim the Precious, Deceive the Messenger, and Scroll of Isildur all for us here. All of these are great cards. I guess I'll take Claim as the best card in the pack and see if black is open enough for us today. And black is already getting cut. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and take Faramir here over all these meh blue cards and a Kirith Ungol Patrol. Faramir by far and away the best card in this pack. Not particularly close here. Okay, now we get a pick for Dunlin Crebain. Is it open? Is this the one draft where black is actually going to be open for us? The picks have been pretty straightforward so far, except for pack 1, if you had decided to take the Horn. So what do we have here? Fog, Nimberdal Watcher, both not the answer. There's an Oligai Crusher and a Lancer if we want to consider black-red. There's Shelob's Ambush and Haunt of the Dead Marches for a black deck. Try to plant our flag a little bit more in black here and say this can be a draft where we're actually going to go ahead and draft black. I'll go ahead and take the Ambush for that reason. And I'm not exaggerating when I said I think I've drafted black... I haven't drafted black in about 2 or 3 weeks here in the channel. Like, it's been kind of ridiculous. So maybe today is the day that we do it with a Claim and a Dunlin Crebain already in the deck here, pick 5. I've really liked black-white too as a deck. So if we can get like a late Shadow Summoning, that would be outstanding. But let's see what comes our way, pick 6, and if black starts to dry up here, as it usually does. Meneldor quite good with Dunlin Crebain here. Let's see what comes pick 6. Lorien Revealed, Black Breath, Great Hall. There is a Great Hall here. Can we look to do like black base splashing all of the off-color legends? That could be an interesting deck and something we could try out today. There's a Lorien Revealed, but I'm going to try out the Great Hall pick 6 here. Stern Scolding and a Troll of Khazad-dûm. White is not looking to be open right now. I'm going to take Stern Scolding over the Troll here. I think Stern Scolding is very good. And like I mentioned, I just love getting into blue. See? I mean, we're going to get a pick 8 Stern Scolding here. People just don't really know how good blue is in this format. I draft blue more often than I don't here on the channel, but I don't know. You give me all these late blue cards, I'm going to take them. Interesting, Lash of the Balrog was the literal only black card in this entire pack. Pick 1, and it did come back here. So maybe black is open. Next pack, we had a Scroll of Isildur and a Deceive the Messenger. If the Deceive wheels, then we know blue is also open. If the Deceive doesn't wheel, then we know we're fighting for blue. Because I love me a Deceive, and I think it's criminally underdrafted. Let's see if this pod knows what's up and sends it back to me or doesn't. It did not come back. There's a Desperate Rescue here. There's an Enraged Horn. I think I'll take the Desperate Rescue. Bunch of blue. I guess a Kingfisher is the only card I might consider playing out of that. Orcish Medicine, Mordor Trebuchet. I don't think we're going to be a Trebuchet kind of deck. Also, probably not a Medicine kind of deck. Oligai Crusher if black-red ends up being open. And let's see what we open in pack 2. We've got Mithril Coat, which is a blank, but there's also another claim, so I guess we're drafting black today. There's a Saruman's Trickery, which is a card I love, and everything else here is not great. There's Peregrine Took for green decks, but we're taking claim pretty easily. Another pretty bad pack. The Gorbag of Minas Morgul hasn't really been good in my estimation so far in the format. There is a Soothing of Smeagol, and I suppose I can just take that here and look to be blue-black control. Could take Butterbur and splash it off of Great Hall, but I think our deck is looking to be a little bit more control-ish streamlined blue-black right now. If I had 2 Great Halls, I'd be kind of more on the whole legend game, but we don't have 2 Great Halls yet. Wow. So Gandalf Sanction, but there's Sauron the Necromancer. I think we just have to take Sauron the Necromancer here. We have a Dunlin Crabane that could be in the yard, which is a great thing to copy with Sauron the Necromancer. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take Sauron here. There's an Arwen's Gift. There's a Dreadful, but there's also a Rise of the Witch King. Can we make this work? If we take this, we're giving up on an Arwen's Gift, but if we can get access to a Generous Ent, or a couple of ways to splash here, specifically a Generous Ent would be outstanding. Because then we cast this, we sack a creature, and we get back that Generous Ent. I've had somebody do this to me on turn 4 with the Troll of Khazad-dûm, and it destroyed me. I mean, a turn 4 Troll, if you can't kill it, is a real problem. No Generous Ent, no Troll here, but there is a Mordor Muster. There's also Oliphant, but I don't think we're looking to play any red right now, so I guess we'll just... Actually, there's a Survivor here, and I think I need to take the Survivor with, for instance, 5 sorceries. It also splashes Rise of the Witch King. I think it's better than Mordor Muster for us. So we're going to take the first copy of Pelargir Survivor. See, look, pick 6. We've got Rivendell, Deceive, and Arwen's Gift. There's a Frodo as well. Still only 1 Great Hall, though. I don't know how good Rivendell is going to be in this deck. It'll probably still be good. In fact, it's probably better than Deceive the Messenger. It's just so much inevitability in the late game. It's a free pick because it's a land, too. Here's the Generous Ent. Awesome. So we now have the Rise of the Witch King splash set up for us. Pick 8, Deceive the Messenger. Don't mind if I do. Isolation Wield. Morgul Knife Wound Wield. Wizard's Rockets Wield, but I don't think we need the rockets here. We'll take an Isolation. Black Breath, maybe. Troll Wield. Alright, now we've got 2 things to cycle away to then cast Rise with. Would love, like, 1 more Generous Ent as another green splash here. Great Hall does cast Faramir. Only one Great Hall though, so I'm not sure how much I'm putting stock into playing Faramir at the moment, but we'll see what pack 3 brings. Would love another Pelargir Survivor. Would love another Dunlin Crebain. Would love another Deceive the Messenger. Would love another Generous Ent. Wouldn't mind another Claim the Precious. All of these things are just fine. I think there might be a better chance I'd play Revive the Shire than Dreadful as the Storm here. Arwen's Gift, last pick anyway. Alright, fine by me. There's Entish Restoration, but we're not base green, so this isn't going to work for us. There's Grima Wormtongue and Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. I think Grima's going to be better in our deck because it's a little bit more controlling, and Grima is a great Ring Bearer blocker, just like Survivor is. Elrond is a great card in blue creature decks. But we'll take Grima Wormtongue here. There's another Troll, and there's also a Gothmog. And a Glorious Gale. What's our curve looking like? Not great. We have 2 Stern Scoldings, though. So I'm not sure we really need the Glorious Gale as much as I would like another Land Cycler here for the Rise. So let's take the Troll. Wow, what a bad pack this is. Knights of Dol Amroth and Morgul Knifewound, the only playable cards for us? There's not even a Great Hall we could snap up. Stew the Conies, I don't think we're splashing that. But I'm not playing either of these cards, so I guess I'll take this. Lorien Revealed, that doesn't go super well with Rise of the Witch King, but that's okay, it's still a land cycler. Could consider taking Haunt of the Dead Marshes. We don't have a nasty end yet. I think a couple of these might wheel. The Vanguard and or the Haunt might even wheel here. So let's take Lorien Revealed. Old Man Willow is another great card to splash. Why does it have to be in the same pack as the second Generous Ent that I want? I want to play Old Man Willow. It's great. So we're going to do it. Generous Ent isn't coming back. I would love another one here. Pick 6, 7, or 8. Lots of green, but nothing for us, unfortunately. The last March of the Ents. No, no, no. Snarling Warg, Black Breath. I'm not playing either of those. I'm just going to Mythic Rare draft here. Would have loved for there to be a Generous Ent in that pack. Can we get lucky enough with the Generous Ent, pick 7 or 8? Or another Survivor? Or something. There's a Haunt. I guess I could consider playing that with a Lash. That's the only way we have to sacrifice, though. I guess Grima Wormtongue is fine with the Haunt. Generous Ent. Hello there, beautiful. There's also a Deceive the Messenger, which I would love to play. But I think our deck is more powerful with the second Generous Ent here. I'm not playing any of these cards, so I'll take Ent's Fury. I don't think we're playing these 2 fight spells here. Also don't think we're playing any of this. We might have just should have been green-black, straight green-black here. See, I said some of those black cards might come back, and they did. I don't think we need a second Haunt. I'll take a 2-drop here and just plan on trading it off, probably. Our curve isn't outstanding, so I think we can afford a Vanguard here. Now let's see how to make the cuts here. So we can definitely play... We currently have 5 land cyclers, so 16 lands at the max, maybe even 15. So if we cut to 16, we cut a forest. Is there anything I'd like to cut currently in the deck? Questionable cards here include the Black Breath, Isolation, what does Metal Door work with? Dunlin Crabane and Haunt and Generous Ent. Kingfisher's just whatever. Ambush is probably okay. Everything else here is good. What's our removal looking like? Double Claim, Double Stern, Lash, kind of Soothing. The Black Breath is probably going to be pretty good against the cheap card or cheap decks that go wide. So let's cut Isolation. I don't think we need Kingfisher in this deck. And then do I play 15 lands with 5 land cyclers? No, I think I still like 16. So that means we have one more card to cut. I still think Black Breath is probably going to be good against the decks that we struggle against. Although we do have a Survivor and a Wormtongue here to really block those cheap 1/1, you know, Rally at the Hornbird decks. Same with Haunt. So we might not need Black Breath. We're not doing a ton of Ring Temptation here. We're just going to win by, you know, reanimating these cards and playing Sauron and playing Old Man Willow and removing their creatures and drawing cards. That's the plan here. 16 lands. I think I was going to run it because I would like to be able to cast these as well as my win cons. So let's try this out. A little bit of Sultai Spice here on the channel today. Something a little bit different. Splashing White Rise of the Witch King. Let's give it a shot. See you in game 1. Alright, we go first. We have Stern Scolding to counter something. We also have 2 copies of Troll in the deck and like 8 black sources here. So I'm going to keep it and hope, you know, just keep it and pray. That's what we do, right? Obviously going to counter whatever they play. Now I have to tap out into Glorious Gale here, unfortunately. Stern Scolding, yeah, same thing. Funnily enough, I think Stern Scolding also gets to counter Old Man Willow. Let's see if this survives. They do have Claim the Precious Mana up here. Five mana. Flash of the Balrog. Did not survive. Well, we're just putting all of our creatures out for them to kill. So we don't have a way to tempt us to keep these creatures here, unfortunately. That's if Sauron even survives again. He kind of survives, but not really in the way that we're looking for. Dunlin Crabane. Sure. I think I'll hold the land. I don't really have a reason to play it here. They're playing black. Still can hold up Shelob's Ambush and Stern Scolding here, so... I mean, we've basically drawn all the best cards in our deck already. Dunlin Kerbane, Sauron, Old Man Willow. They've dealt with 2 of the 3 of them. The Bath Song is good. Rise of the Witch King would be good here. Lash of the Balrog wouldn't be awful. Generous Ent is not an awful draw. Really hope they can't cast Glorious Gale to counter the Ent as well. Because they can untap a blue here. And then cast Glorious Gale. Okay. So it resolves, but does it survive? They found a white. Interesting. Getting rid of like an actual card here in Uruk-hai Berserker. So their hand is loaded. And I'm sure Generous Ent will be dying. There he goes. Playing against mono removal here. We don't have a ton of creatures and they're just killing like every single one of them, so that makes my life a little bit difficult. And then still 4 mana with like a Faramir or something. Oh, don't let it be the rare Faramir. That would be bad. That's the... Sure. Sure. I said don't let it be the rare Faramir. What was it? The rare Faramir. So we're going to lose to that card here. Unfortunately, can't really do anything about that. We need to draw Claim the Precious, but they've already gotten 2 triggers off of this, and there's really nothing we can do at this point. We are effectively dead. 19 to 19, and the game is basically over here. Now they get to dump their whole hand. And King of the Oathbreakers. What a deck. Their deck is among the best decks I've seen in the format here, unfortunately. Faramir, King of the Oathbreakers, Bath Song. They've got it all. See if this resolves. Okay. I guess I could have used that against King of the Oathbreakers here. That might have been better. There's no real reason to not just... I guess the reason to sacrifice instead is so that we can hold up Deceive and Stern Scolding, and this can be in the yard for Rise of the Witch King at some point, but if we get Rise of the Witch King, I'm probably bringing back just like one of these cards here. Nasty End. Saruman's Trickery. Faramir down. Okay. If they had all that mana up and they didn't do anything, I think they're just going to Sam's Desperate Rescue back their Faramir here. Is what I think will occur. I mean, I don't necessarily have a guarantee that I'm going to be able to hit anything else with this. Let's see what they resolve now. Nothing. Here's some card draw. Yeah. Sure. Hitline Knots. Yep. Menaldor blinking Dunland Crebain again is great. Sure. They're going to hold up Glorious Gale here? Yes, they will. I have to play into it, though, is the issue. Yeah. There goes Menaldor, as I expected. I mean, I couldn't just not play it. I guess I could have played Lorien Reveal, but they're going to be holding up Glorious Gale the rest of the game here, so... They're going to counter something I play. Maybe I could have just played Lorien Revealed and then found a different creature for them to counter. It was pretty obvious they had the Gale there, though, but like I said, I mean... Maybe the correct play was to play Lorien Revealed. Definitely... now I can't resolve another creature here. Certainly feels quite bad that it is now a 4/4 and I can't deceive it and still block it here, so... Alright, so... we see if they want to counter Pelargir Survivor, which I can't imagine they will. Okay. And now Desperate Rescue is going to get back something here. And they're going to counter it. So... What do we get back that we can run into Glorious Gale? I don't exactly know how to play around that. Especially considering this king is effectively untouchable right now. The Meneldore's the Generous Ent is something we could get back. Maybe we draw a second one or something. So we know they're countering something at some point here. Probably have to chump this 5/5 and then kill it next turn. So let's do this. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go 6 plus 3 here, but we have to tap the Survivor to kill this, but that's probably okay. We're going to resolve an Ent next turn. So let's do black, black, and this. Claim here. Give it here, and then just have them counter the Ent here. And then next turn we'll resolve one. Hopefully, unless they have 2 Gales in hand. Mordor Muster. Yep. Okay, hit us for 6, and now we're dead to a king. Next turn. Do they have another Gale here? Oh, they're on level 4. We're dead this turn. Sure. Their deck was really busted. We didn't really stand much of a chance against that one, unfortunately. Alright, we do go first here, and we have Grima on 2 and Old Man Willow are on 3, and then Old Man Willow on 4. I think that makes the hand keepable, and I don't think we actually need to land cycle. Maybe if we miss a land on 2, we might, just to guarantee Old Man Willow on 4? Alright, they'll cycle anyway here. Okay. Well. Yeah, now I don't think we need to. as we are hanging out here, go ahead and take a look at that subscribe button down below if you're not subscribed already yet. We draft a ton of times here on the channel, and I love drafting. You get to see 30 plus drafts of each format, and if you're not subscribed, you can do that and go ahead and turn on that bell to get notifications when we post more videos here on the channel. We've got limited content, we've got set review content. We also have a Patreon page for those interested in giving back to the channel. It's mainly just contribution back to the channel in a monetary way, but we also have access to the Discord channel, early access to content, and tiered list content that is all Patreon exclusive. So we've got a link in the description as well, so go ahead and check that out if that is of interest to you, and thanks for your consideration. Does Grima die? Grima dies, but that's okay. Oof. Alright, so next turn we just cycle Troll. We have to sack a creature. Alright, well, let's play Old Man Willow. And then, even if Old Man Willow dies, if we draw like Dunland Crebain or something, we can at some point Rise of the Witch King and bring it back here. Birkenbrand. Yikes. Pelargir Survivor is a decent little sack target for Rise of the Witch King. Okay, go to damage. Play Survivor and pass. And then see what they got here, I guess. Really hope there's no rally or anything, because that makes Rise of the Witch King a lot worse. That also means we have to take like 15 damage here. I have been on the wrong side of Birkenbrand plus Rally at the Hornburg before. I've had the combo in my deck, but obviously never drawn it. Why would I do that? Captain of Umbar. That is another creature they can sacrifice. No, don't kill Pelargir. Ah, I needed that to sacrifice to Rise of the Witch King. Come on. So cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm guarantees I can play a Generous Ent next turn. I think they're going to really struggle with the resolved Generous Ent. Or I can just risk it. Because if I draw a land, it's great. If I don't draw a land, then as long as I don't draw another one of my land cyclers, things are okay. I'm going to go ahead and cycle it here. I just want to guarantee. Are they going to chump? Nope, they go to 9. I play Generous Int, get a food, have a 5/7. Now let's see what their Jeskai deck can do about Generous Int here. They can have Banish to Edoras, they could have Hithlane Knots to push some damage for a turn, they could have Book of Mazarbul to make me really need to kill them very soon here. See if they have Hithlane Knots. Yikes. Shire Sheriff is a way to do it. Good for you. That gets rid of my current your current problem. Good news is Old Man Willow gets it right back. So here's what we do. We do this. We attack. We sack the token. We kill the sheriff. We get the int back. Go to damage. They're at 2. We then deceive, sack our token, and bring back Troll with Witch King, and they have to sack something too. And we can still eat the food as well. And then we get Troll back here. This is exactly what this deck is trying to do. So let's end it. Now, Erkenbrand has killed me from some strange spots before, but we're effectively at 14 with 2 blockers right now. I don't see how we can die this turn. They can do things that can prevent them from losing next turn, probably, but I don't see how we die. Thinking through their options here. 3 cards in hand. They could have Rally at the Hornburg and trying to, you know, pull one over our eyes here, but I don't think it gets them out of this. Because their 2/2 also has Summoning Sickness. Go to attackers. No attack, so we're not dying this turn. Alright, there we go. Put them to minus 16. It's a satisfying life total to have them end at. That is what our deck is trying to do right there. Okay, we get to go first. And we're missing some black here. If we find a black, we can scry. Again, we have 2 trolls to land cycle. We've got Stern Scolding to counter something. This is a very close keep. I think I'm going to keep it, though. And hate myself later. Just playing... probably shouldn't have played Rivendell there, but we'll be okay. Definitely cycling away Generous Int just for a land drop. think guarantees we can play Meneldur or Arwen's Gift next turn, I guess. Alright, so they left up red, red, white here. If I play Meneldur, it probably just dies to Smite the Deathless. If I play Arwen's Gift, I go down to 5 cards, draw 2, back up to 7. Could potentially find my black mana as well. So I'm going to play around Smite the Deathless here. Okay, found the black mana. Let's see what their turn 4 play is. Gimli. Desperate Rescue is going to be quite good against them, but I think for now we play Meneldur, hold up Stern Scolding here. Could even just trade it off. Although Claim can deal with that relatively well. Okay. Do I tap out of Stern Scolding this turn? If we draw another land, we're probably just Desperate Rescuing and Generous Inting. Grima's going to be quite good sacrificing Meneldur at some point here. I want to make sure I don't die. And I think the way that I die is not killing Gimli. So I'm going to kill Gimli. Could even cycle the Troll to guarantee I hit the land again. Or I could just scry here. Might just scry. Lash is going to be good. We can play Lash sacrificing Meneldur here and then still hold up a bunch of things. I'd like to get Grima down at some point. So the question is, do I just pay the 4, hold up Stern Scolding? I think we can afford to pay the 4 here. Because that also shuts off Rivendell for the moment. Well, okay, so what if I sacrifice, play Grima? I don't have the mana to hold up Rivendell. So let's just pay the 4. And that's something I can counter, so I just will. Go ahead and play Grima Wormtongue, play Haunt, hold up, actually, I'd rather just hold up Scrying than playing Haunt here. I don't think we need to play the Haunt. It's not a huge pressing thing for us right now. Sure. I don't think we need Ambush, although it does give us a food. But I don't think we need Ambush in this deck. I'll keep the land on top so I can Desperate Rescue into Generous End here. And now their deck is going to really struggle against that card. Could have Banish again. I mean, if they have another Banish. Every time I play a Generous Ent, my red-white opponent has AON. This card is ridiculous. Every time I've played this card, it has never hit a thing. Whenever my opponent plays it against me, it exiles my 6-drop. It's ridiculous. Let's see if the troll survives here. If it doesn't, we're in a world of hurt. Alright, well, I mean, I got a block. Okay, that still doesn't matter. Oh, it does now, but that's okay. We have Deceive. Okay, down goes Aowen. See what we find on top. Pelargir Survivor, that's not really going to do it here. Sauron the Necromancer. The reason I didn't attack with these is so some random Erkenbrand Rally at the Hornbird combo can't kill me. Because that has happened many a times. We can get back a Generous Ent when attacking with Sauron here. Oh god. Or everything dies. Okay. Spiteful Banditry, huh? Okay, good for you. Good for you. I can't activate this, so we'll just enter the portion of the game where lands like to hit the top of our deck. Creatures you control have haste. Okay. That makes the claim a little worse. Not exactly Dunland Crabane would be an outstanding draw here. Boy, they are just looping their deck with these Lembuses. Lembi? Alright, Shadowfax, sure. Every creature they control has haste, so we need to stop drawing lands. But instead, what if we just didn't stop drawing lands? We deck before them too, so... Old Man Willow. Alright. That might have to be good enough in this. In this battle we got going on here. Let's see if we can look one more card deep. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Sure. Let's see what they draw. And it has haste. And it's a 7-powered creature here. So we get back Generous and make a food. I guess we could die to Improvise Club here if we activate either of these things. So let's just go to my turn and play around that. Oh, I don't have a legendary creature, unfortunately. So I go to my draw. Eat the food. And 10 cards left. Old Man Willow coming up at some point here. Don't know what they have. This is kind of like a 4-powered creature at the moment. We could definitely die by attacking. I don't know what's coming up. How many lands do we have left? 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. None in the yard, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, no, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's one land in these 4 cards, so we do have some action coming. So I'm not going to risk it here. Oh gosh. That's kind of scary, but we kind of have to cast it. We have Old Man Willow. Okay. Let's get in here. Play Old Man Willow is a 13-13. Play Dunlin Crabane, hold up Stern Scolding. Oh, jeez. Wow. We managed to fight our way through that there. Close game, Spiteful Banditry. Almost got it for him, but we managed to get everything back. Alright, we go first this time. No black. We do have a Generous Ent to cycle. A Deceive the Messenger here. 3 lands. Deceive goes a long way. So we'll Yikes and keep. This is a tap land. So I'm actually going to play this over the forest here. Because it comes in tapped, and there are no prospects of this coming in untapped anytime soon. Good card, not for this particular moment. We are a ways off from casting it. Just cycling it here? Yeah, just cycling the rockets. Cycling Lorien revealed. Trying to hit their lands is what I'm sure they're trying to do here. Another one? Okay. Blue-red stock in their graveyard. Sure, I'll bluff my counterspell and let you have that one. Gotta play Haunt here. Easterling Vanguard. Next turn we're probably just casting Lorien Revealed, so we're gonna have 6 cards, play a land, go down to 5, cast Lorien Reveal, go to up to 8, discard a card. That actually isn't what we're doing next turn then. So next turn we're going to keep Easterling Vanguard on top, play it, play a land, hold up Deceive the Messenger, and then the following turn we revealed. I think this game ends with a Gandalf sanction to our face. I'm already predicting that one. They've got a good blue-red deck already, I can tell. So this is going to be tough. Smite the Deathless on Vanguard. Okay, sure. And now they've got all the mana in the world here. Yeah, their deck is built for Gandalf Sanction here, so I am fully expecting to lose to that card. Would we rather hold up ambush or deceive here? Because we could play the land and then... I think I'd rather hold up ambush. Got Desperate Rescue. Could get back Generous End. That's pretty good, but... that's actually probably good enough. Rather than holding up ambush here, now they can... I mean, I'd still find to block their Flamesmith. Oof. That's a lot of card advantage. Splashing Revive the Shire to get back their Bath Song here. That I won't trade for. Okay, so... aw, now we draw Rise. I guess a way that we can play around... we could cycle Generous Ent, fail to find, and then Rise of the Witch King... and then get it back. We could play around their counterspell here. Conversely, we can just play Menaldor. Which likely gets countered. But if it doesn't, then we can hold up Ambush and Deceive here. So 1, 2, 3... 4. Let's see if they counter this. They know we have Ent in hand, so they might not want to. Looks like they will. Sure. Fully expected them to have a counterspell in hand there, and they did. Oof, that thing is going to amass like 8. Spell. I think it did amass 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Alright, Claim, you're going to have to come in handy next turn. I got to shuffle back into their deck here. Oof, in it comes. I guess I should have kept the legendary creature and blocked the other way. That would have been better there. I can Witch King getting back Menaldor, but then I can't cast Generous Ent. What are they doing next turn? The Menaldor plus Generous Ent combo is really good. I just have to hope that the Ent survive or doesn't get countered. How many counter spells do they have in their yard that they're going to shuffle in? Trickery, and that's it. They're going to shuffle in Smite the Deathless to kill Menaldor as well. I think I'd like to try and see if we can get that going. We can also scry here. But this blinking Generous Ent every turn, giving us a food every single turn is pretty good. Let's see if it survives, though. Because the Bath Song is now going to loop Revive the Shire, and then Revive the Shire is going to loop the Bath Song, and then the Bath Song is going to loop Revive the Shire. So we have to win through damage here. Decking will not occur. They chose to leave Erebor Flamesmith, Wizard's Rockets, and Coral's End in the yard. Did they find their counterspell? Maybe. They've also got double Survivor that can mill us here, which is not great, but let's see if they use it. They didn't. Alright. You got your counterspell? Darn. We haven't seen a Glorious Gale yet. We have seen the Trickery that got shuffled in. Doesn't mean they don't have Glorious Gale. Alright, well either they have two Trickeries or they managed to draw it exactly off of Wizard's Rockets there. So good for you. So this holds back an extra 2 points of damage. Or 3 points, I guess. Please don't be a Lorien revealed. Yeah, I think the writing is on the wall here. They've got all the loops they need. Still holding up Trickery, unfortunately. But we gotta give it a shot. Okay, that resolved. Does Menaldor survive? Kinda. We just have to really hope they kind of just brick. But, I mean, their entire deck is gas. 8 lands, 9, 10, 11. So among these 16 cards, there's only 6 lands, maybe? 5 lands-ish, depending on how many they're playing here. We know they have a Smite the Deathless in the deck. We haven't seen Gandalf's Sanction yet, but with the Bath Song, they might not actually have that card. They proved last turn they didn't have the Counterspell or the Smite, so they would have had to draw it off of either hit... Lots of cards here. Now they've got something, I'm sure. Okay. Yes. This is such a hopeless feeling. I know that we are mostly dead. How many cards in deck? 9? I mean... I guess if the Bath Song is among... Or, I mean, if Revive the Shire is among, like, their bottom 2 or 3 cards, we could win by decking, but... If they draw Revive the Shire in any of the next couple of turns, then I think we lose. Foray of Orcs. Yeah. They held back a Survivor, which tells me they're probably going to post... Yeah, they're looking back there now. So they found their Revive the Shire. Here comes the Bath Song. 8 cards in deck, so I think they will have the ability to loop it again. Unfortunately. Oh. Okay. Maybe they didn't have it. And if they did, they can't really play it anymore. Do we claim the Precious on... Yeah, I think we claim here. Okay. We're at 8. We haven't seen a sanction yet, but if they have it, then we're dead. 10 lands. Plenty spells in yard. Fiery Inscription. Now this hits us down to 5. This hits us down to 4. So if they have 2 spells in hand, we lose. They probably see the writing on the wall on that one. Three cards in deck. They just need 2 spell. Well, now they need 3 because they didn't attack with both survivors. But it's very possible they have 3 spells. They have a club. Revive the Shire, getting Flamesmith, casting Flamesmith, casting another spell, and then we lose. Yeah, I mean, I saw the writing on the wall for a long time after that game there, so... From the very beginning, I was like, I see how this one's going to end. And it didn't end with a Gandalf sanction to the face, but it ended effectively how I thought it would. With a loss. Okay, let's see if we can avoid the dreaded 2-3. We have had many a 2-3 here on the channel. And I would prefer to not have another one. Alright, they're getting off to an aggro start here. Do not like it. One turn too late, unfortunately. Although, we can Survivor and hold up Ambush now. And then next, if we don't have to use this, we can Worm Tongue and hold up Ambush as well. That won't be an issue for a while. They do have priority. I'm going to risk it and say that it's a land cycler. So let's do this. Could be Rush the Room, but that doesn't matter. Could be their own Shelob's Ambush. Rise of the Witch King. So we can do Rise of the Witch King right now and get back a troll. So what we do is we cycle the troll and then we rise and get it back. Sacrificing the survivor, they sacrifice their lancer. And then hope the troll doesn't die. This exact plate pattern has killed me before. I'll tell you that. The turn 4 troll. Now, do they have the answer? They do have Claim the Precious Mana, notably. That's fine. Do they still have claim, though? Yes, they do. Why wouldn't they? That's frustrating. Every time my opponent does it, I never have the answer. Every time I do it, my opponent has the answer. I can get back Survivor here, and then I can actually block their Lancer? Or I get back the Troll and I try to race them? This could be wrong. this could be busted here. If they go creature, creature, that has haste. That's a problem. So we need to claim the precious here. Take 6. There's claim. We have to tap to do it, but I think it's worth it here. So if I attack, I can't hold up Grima, sacrificing this to amass 2. We just have to stabilize. What I was going to say is if they play like land creature, then every time they draw a card, well, they have no cards in hand, they draw 2. So they would draw 2, discard 1, instead of draw 1, discard 1. But they don't have another creature in hand because their creatures have haste, so they would have done that. Okay. Don't at all need that. Troll dies again. Can't keep anything alive here. And I will happily block, but I don't think they will attack. So let's see. Okay, so I trade a Survivor for the Lancer and I get to amass 2? No. All right. Remember, their creatures have haste, so like attacking is suspect. We've got 4 green sources to draw into Old Man Willow. 2 Ents and 2 forests here. Go ahead and attack for 2. I'll leave Wormtongue back. It's a better blocker if they play something like Uruk-hai Berserker, but if they do that, then it gets legendary because it's their only legendary creature. It gets +1/+0, be a 4/3. It would hit us for 7 because they would be at the level 4 of the Ring Tempt. Okay. Now we have to move a little bit. There's the Ent. infinite chump blockers here once they create these. We'll have to see if Old Man Willow can kill them before that, though. Unless they also draw their third Claim the Precious. Or Fearfire, claim. Let's see if Old Man Willow dies. Oliphant with haste. Okay. They can't cast it. They have 5 mana? Oh. Ah, File is the other one. That's fine. Well, it can't attack as Old Man Willow, and then I can just claim it. That has to be good enough, right? Oh. Okay, so I'll do this. I don't want to mill the Saruman, or the Sauron, so I'm going to put this over here. And then get in here. Decline, go to damage. They're at 5. Now they make their tapped creatures here. Still have a food, notably. But also notably dead on board to Old Man Willow. So the breaking is going to kill the Grima Wormtongue here. Do I sacrifice Haunt of the Dead Marshes to amass 2? Yes, because I can bring it right back. Now do they have the answer to Old Man Willow? This is also level 4 now, which is not good. They had the answer to Old Man Willow. And unfortunately, we're taking 2, 5, 6, 7 next turn currently. Oh, they couldn't crack their food. Oof. I didn't realize they left themselves dead to that. Wow. They had the answer to every single creature we played there, but somehow managed to fight through it. Okay, we go first with a good hand. Haunt into Vanguard is going to have to do. Can scry into something and get the beats on. Don't need another land. Okay, if you say so. Yep, that's why I don't like playing Vanguard very much. For this exact reason. Because there are a bunch of playable 1/3s in the format. Including... Alright, here comes Chance Met Elves. That's usually what my opponents have when I'm playing against blue-green. Legolas. That will also be good. The lack of action is not as good here. For us. We're not drawing anything. Green, Elven Farsight. Nope, Cycling Lorien revealed. Riddell Watcher. Well, it's something I can play. Another Watcher. Okay, we are in a race. Here's where I wish I had a Black Breath. Man. Can hit us for 9 unblockable at any point. I guess this is how we race. So if they attack with their lookout, then they've got 9 unblockable. Oh. Alright, well that means we lose the race. I can't make blue-green work, but my opponent curves out like this when they play it. Glorious Gale? No? Okay. Can they pump these? If they have like the Gift of Strands, we lose. If they have... There's many ways we lose here. Kingfisher, 9 unblockable. Go to 2. Gosh. What I would do for a Black Breath right now. Well, at least we got to 3 wins. I feel a lot better than not going 2-3. 2-3, it just feels the worst in the absolute world. We at minimum got to 3 here. Played a blue-black splashing generous Ent Old Man Willow kind of deck. I think it was still fun. It was a deck I don't usually draft very often, but still managed to lose here. So... I mean, it is what it is. We can claim, but doesn't really do much at this point. I guess the only way we survive is we claim their lookout and hope they don't draw into a creature. We can claim this one. They attack here. They hit us for 6. We have to hold this back to block that. So again, we just lose to any creature. Because if we kill this, they just attack here, they hit us for 9. So we have to kill that, and they can't have a creature. That's our only out here. Or if they have any way to scry. Oh, how about an on-board way to scry? Yeah, you got it. Nimrodel Watchers. Usually not good enough. Unless they are. I get beat by cards that I can never beat my opponents with. And I play the cards that always beat me that never beat my opponents. It's such a weird format, Lord of the Rings. I just don't get it. It's probably my worst format since I started this channel here. I mean, cards I would like to replace here, Easterling Vanguard, not a huge fan. Haunt didn't really fit in this deck. Everything else seems okay. Mental Door, just dies to Smite the Deathless. If I had to rebuild it, we would have won there if we had a Black Breath in that last game. Pretty easily, too. If I had to rebuild it, I'd probably do something along these lines. These cards did effectively nothing for me. But we can't rebuild it. We'll take the 3/3 and move on to the next one. Interesting little deck there. Hopefully you got something from it. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.